Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, I have a spine-chilling story that's sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. It all begins in a quiet little town called Maple Grove, a community so unremarkable, you'd overlook it if you drove by until you hear the rumors. At the outskirts of this town stand the remnants of an old Victorian house, known locally as the Forsaken Manor. The townspeople avoid it like the plague, whispering fears of the spirits that supposedly roam its halls, remnants of a tragic history that played out over a century ago. Legend has it that a family lived there. Jonathan, a wealthy businessman, his wife, Eliza, and their little girl Ivy. They were well liked until one winter's night when they vanished without a trace. Whispers filled the town. Some said they had fled, others that Jonathan had gone mad and done something unspeakable. The house was abandoned shortly after, sealed off like a tomb, and over the years, it became shrouded with tales of eerie sounds and ghostly sightings. You see, on stormy nights, passers-by claimed to hear the sounds of a child's laughter or the frantic cries of a woman, echoing through the winds. Fast forward to one chilly October evening. A group of adventurous friends, Sarah, Mark, Emily, and Jake decided to investigate the manor, fueled by a mix of bravado and disbelief. Armed with flashlights and a camera to document their little ghost hunting adventure, they set off just as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with deep violets and fiery oranges. As they approached the house, the air around them felt charged, almost alive. The imposing structure loomed large, its broken windows and sagging roof giving it an unsettling presence. Ignoring their growing unease, they entered through a creaky door that groaned like a wounded animal. Inside, the atmosphere felt heavy, suffocating even. Dust motes danced in their flashlight beams as they navigated through the dimly lit foyer. They traded nervous jokes, but each comment felt hollow in the growing silence. They began exploring room by room, revealing remnants of the family's past worn-out furniture, faded photographs, and a diary left half open on a dusty table, telling of the family's despair leading up to their disappearance. They learned that Eliza had been falling ill. Her entries revealed a sense of dread, as if something was looming over them, and Ivy's laughter seemed to turn into cries of fear in those final pages. Suddenly, the atmosphere shifted. A distinct cold breeze swept through the hallway, even though there were no windows open. Sarah shivered, but brushed it off as a draft until they heard it. A soft giggle came from upstairs, unmistakably a child's laughter. The sound sent chills down their spines. Mark, skeptical but intrigued, urged the group to ascend the rickety staircase to investigate. Emily hesitated, feeling a knot of anxiety tighten in her stomach, but her curiosity got the better of her. Together they climbed, the stairs creaking ominously underfoot Dot as they reached the landing. The laughter faded into silence, replaced by an oppressive stillness that wrapped around. Then, like a shroud, they tentatively pushed open a door at the end of the hallway, revealing a small bedroom filled with remnants of a little girl, a dusty rocking horse, tattered dolls, and one photograph of Ivy, her smile bright and innocent. But something felt off. The shadows in the corners seemed to pulse as if alive, and Emily swore she saw a movement from the corner of her eye, a fleeting figure darting across the room. The group turned pale, panic setting in, but Jake, with a cocky determination, decided to call out, "Ivy, is that you?" No sooner had the words left his mouth than the air thickened, and an echoing giggle answered back. Every nerve screamed to leave, but the pull of morbid curiosity held them in place. Just then, the room grew even colder, the windows rattling as if in protest. The lights flickered and dimmed, and suddenly they felt a rush of wind that seemed to sweep through them, carrying with it the faintest whisper, "Help me." In that moment, fear overtook them, and they bolted from the room, screaming. As they raced down the stairs, their footsteps echoed as they burst into the foyer, adrenaline pumping. But as they reached for the front door, it slammed shut with a violence that threw them back. They slammed against the wall, confusion and terror flooding their minds. Desperate, They tried the windows, but every attempt was thwarted as if the house itself was alive, holding them captive. Just when all hope seemed lost, they heard Ivy's laugh again, this time echoing through the halls, sounding eerily close. It was playful yet warped, filled with a sadness that sparked more than just fear, it ignited a deep sense of empathy. Mark, against his better judgment, shouted, "We're here to help you." Silence fell once more, as if the house waited. Listening, with a sudden rush of air, the door creaked open, revealing the darkening path outside. They hesitated, unsure whether to trust this strange mercy. Then they heard it again, Ivy's soft voice. "Please?" It was a plea for freedom, and they couldn't leave without doing something, anything. With a shared look of determination, they turned back to the house, vowing to uncover the truth behind the family's fate. The laughter faded, but the oppressive atmosphere didn't lift. They made their way back upstairs, determined to find a clue and answer anything that could set the spirits free. As they scoured the rooms, Emily found something tucked beneath the floorboards, a locket containing a picture of Ivy and a note from Eliza, begging for help, revealing that they had been trapped in a web of despair and darkness. As they read the note aloud, a crashing sound erupted from above, and they were struck by a vision of the family, a father in despair, a mother lost in illness, and a daughter trapped between worlds, a kink in a tapestry they couldn't understand in. The peak of chaos, a blinding light washed over them, illuminating the darkness. Shadows writhed and twisted, and as it receded, they felt a soft, warm breeze brush past them. The house shuddered, and they saw the specters of Jonathan, Eliza, and Ivy. Their faces had transformed from anguish to relief. With tears in their eyes, the friends realized that by acknowledging their pain, they had offered the family a means to let go. As the spirits began to dissolve into ethereal light, the house trembled one last time before falling silent. The friends stumbled out into the cold night air, shaken but liberated from the choking grip of the forsaken manor. They looked back to see the house transforming, the darkness receding and the whispers fading into a gentle breeze. Maple Grove might have lost its haunted tales that night, but the courage of four friends turned something horrific into a heartfelt legend of compassion, proving that some doors, even when locked by fear, can still be opened with empathy. Thanks for joining me for this chilling tale. What do you think? Do haunted houses hold the echoes of history, or is it just our minds that conjure the past? Share your thoughts in the comments, and be sure to